in the last session, just we had a clear discussion about how you can create, how to create array, how you can create an array. We covered by using which library, sir? By using random library. Have you remembered, right? By using random library, right? Sir, now I want to create, sir, I want to create an array with random int values, random int values in the given range. Random int values in the given range. Can you please confirm which method or which function we require to use? Np dot random dot rand int. This is the function we require to use. Np dot random dot rand int. This is the function we require to add. Yes, we discussed already this point, right? Okay, well, sir, now the next thing is, sir, now the next one is, okay, sir, I want to create, I want to create an array with random float values. Okay, in the given range, random float values. Okay, like random float values, float values. Okay, like sir, in the range, random float values in the range. Okay, 0 comma 1. Okay, like so an array with the random float values in the range, in the range. Okay, like with the uniform distribution. Remember this one, sir. With the from uniform distribution, from uniform distribution means, so the probability of next value is always constant, something like uniform distribution. Then we require to go for what? Rand function. Have you remembered, right? Rand function we have to go for. Sir, what is, can you please confirm what is this distribution? Yes, in the last session somewhere we covered very clearly, right? Suppose my graph is something like is there, sir. My graph is something like is there. What is this one? So all values are very nearer, all values are very nearer. This type of thing is by default considered as uniform distribution. Remember a bit very carefully about this one, sir. Uniform distribution means, sir, this is all the values are okay, so near by near. Such type of thing is called uniform distribution. Okay, like sir, if I consider, sir, now I want, I don't want values in this range. I want the values from the specified range, range like, okay, here, then automatically an array with random float values in the specified range, in the specified range, in the specified range from uniform distribution. Then we require to go for what? Uniform. Remember a bit carefully, right? Okay, so now here, have you observed, right? All the values, okay, suppose 10 to 20, 10 to 20, all the values are nearby in this range. So next value, so there is no big difference like this type of thing. So this type of thing is by default considered uniform distribution values in the given range. Then automatically we have to talk about uniform function. Are you in the position to understand, right? Yes, friends, can you please confirm? Okay, like we covered already, right? Even by using matplotlib, I showed the difference also for you people, right? I don't think you are getting some difficulty to understand this point, right? Okay, sir, here similarly, similarly, sir, now an array of float values, in the float values, an array of float values with the mean 0 and standard way or standard deviation. Sir, what is the mean? What is the standard deviation? We are not required to worry at all. Okay, that part I will take care. Standard deviation 1 from normal distribution, then we require to go for rand n. Remember this one, sir. What is the mean 0 and standard deviation 1, standard deviation 1. Okay, like rand n, we require to go for that. Okay, like sir, now the next an array with the random float values with the mean 0, with the mean our specified mean and the specified mean and the standard deviation, with the specified mean and the standard deviation, then we require to go for now, then from normal distribution, then you require to go for normal. Okay, like normal. Okay, you people should aware, sir. These are four, I hope, not required to take. Sir, these things I not required to explain clear. So clear for you people, right? Sir, total 5 functions I covered. Okay, sir, just only with random int values in the given range. Can you please create an array? Then simple rand int, but my requirement is uniform distribution, but the value is always in the range 0 to 1 only. Then better to go for rand. Sir, I want uniform distribution, but make sure, sir, the values so in this range, the values okay, in the given range, then uniform I have to talk. Next, rand n means normal distribution. Whenever we are using the word normal distribution, sir, mean 0 and standard deviation 1, such type of thing is by default considered as normal distribution, right? Sir, can you please observe the diagram, how the normal distribution by default will be there? Have you remembered, right? Sir, assume that this is the mean value. Assume that this is the mean value. Now, sir, here something like this is something like this type of thing is by default considered as what? Normal distribution, right? An array with random float values with the specified mean and the standard deviation from normal distribution, then we have to go for np.random.normal with the examples I clearly covered in the last. So don't worry much about this. Any doubt about this one? Can you please confirm? Is it clear, right? Sir, Anil, sir, we thought that it is the variance. No, it is the standard deviation only. Standard deviation and the variance seems to be both are same, but there is a difference is there. Okay, in the next level we will talk about that. Yes, we checked practically, it is the standard deviation only, not variance. Clear, right? Okay, sir, here normal distribution is a probability of distribution where probability of x is highest at center, lowest in the ends. Have you observed, right? Highest at center, lowest in the ends is called normal distribution. Uniform distribution means probability of x is the constant. Uniform distribution is a probability distribution where probability of x is constant. Okay, like so this type of thing is by default considered as uniform versus normal distribution. Somewhere we had discussion about this type of terminology also. Any doubt up to this? Just because some people felt in the last video a bit difficult, but now just a small revision kind of thing. But here only hidden things what you people should aware. Array, what is the mean? What is the standard deviation? What is the advantage of uniform distribution? What is the advantage of normal distribution? Where exactly this terminology is going to be helpful? This part we didn't discuss. Just we aware only terminology. In the next, whenever the situation will come where we are going to use, there we have to explain in detail. So don't worry much about the terminology. Okay, just we have to aware, oh, there is a one word named with the mean is there. There is one word named with the standard deviation is there. There is uniform distribution is there, normal distribution is there. Okay, like you should aware the words, that's all. So don't worry, because we didn't cover what is the purpose of these things in detail. Maybe next level will come. So our target is how you can create an array with the uniform distributed values or normal distributed values. You should aware our concentration is always how you can create numpy array. Clear, right? Are you feeling any doubt? Okay, just yeah. So up to this we covered how many methods, right? How many functions? Rand int we covered, rand we covered. Next and after that one, rand we covered. Next uniform we discussed. Next, what is the next one? Uniform we discussed. Rand n we covered. Next rand n we discussed, right? What the last ones are normal. Okay, like normal we discussed. Sir, up to this we covered very well. What is the next thing what we have to talk is sir, shuffle. Okay, like it is also one function which is available, right? Sir, shuffle. What is the main purpose of shuffle? Shuffling. Do you know where you are using the word shuffle? Shuffling, shuffling. Can you please shuffle? Okay, like play cards, play cards, play cards, play cards. Shuffling. We are going to take dice, play cards, shuffling. Like so, we are going to get something like change randomly. Okay, sir, which is the first card, which is the last card, or which is the middle card? We don't know because shuffled. All the cards are got shuffled, right? Now, what the purpose of this shuffle is? I have one collection is there, sir. Okay, I have an ND array is there. Boss, I want another ND array, another ND array with these values, but shuffle. Okay, what we call the elements, the order of elements will be interchanged. The order of elements are going to be changed. Shuffling is going to be happen, right? Okay, such type of thing if you require, such a type of thing if we require, okay, then okay, so we have to go for shuffle. Okay, like sir, here just take a bit very special care about that. What is the syntax for that, right? Okay, shuffle of x. X means nd array. X means nd array. Okay, like so it may be the array, list, or mutable sequence, anything, sir. Even the list also you can pass, no problem at all. But of course we are talking about with respect to nd array. Okay, like you should aware. Okay, like sir, let me show this one first. Here, observe carefully. Import numpy as np. I'm taking import numpy as np. Okay, help of np dot random dot, what is the function? Shuffle. Np dot random shuffle. Okay, like sir, now here just observe shuffle x, sir, modify a sequence in place by shuffling its contents. Modify a sequence in place. This function only shuffles the array along the first axis of the multi-dimensional array. It's always going to shuffle. It's always going to shuffle only along the first axis of multi-dimensional array. Okay, here the order of subarray changed, but their contents remains the same. But this point is also must be required. You people should aware. Don't worry about this one, sir. Okay, like sir, now what is the meaning? Of course, I will explain about this one. Don't worry, right? So once we will go for an example, then you may get much clarity. Here, just what I want to take is, let me take a is equal to np dot a range of 9 is there. Okay, sir, how many elements are there? Please respond. How many elements are there here? 9 elements are there. Correct. Nine elements are there. 0 to 8. 9 elements are there. Okay, like sir, here np dot random dot, sorry, here help is not required. Just a is equal to np dot a range of 9. Okay, now a 9 elements are there, sir. Can you please create can you please sir, do shuffling of the elements of this a? Can you please do shuffling of elements of this a? Okay, like I'm asking, sir. Now here what will happen is np dot np dot, okay, so random dot shuffle of a. Yeah, that's all. Hurry, it's not written anything. Yes, it's not going to return anything. It will perform inline modification. What is the meaning of inline modification? Means in the existing ND array only modification is going to be happen. Okay, like a. Sir, observe, is the elements order, is it changed or not? Array earlier 0 to 8, 0 to 8, but now I have 6 0 3 2 4 7 1 8 5 and so on, right? Okay, let me take again a. If I can take yes, have you observed, right? Again this a got shuffled. 0 6 2 5 4 7 3 1 8, something like we don't know. Yes, we don't know. Yeah, here how it is going to be happen. Don't worry, it is a different order by default will be is going to be happen. But in the existing array only, the sequence will be changed or not. In the existing array only, the modification is going to be happen. Remember carefully about this one, sir. So the order by default will be changed. The order of elements by default will be changed. Any doubt? So content is the same, but only order. So if I give 52 cards, play cards for you, after shuffling, what will happen? Is the number of cards is going to be changed? Is the number of cards is going to be changed? No, it is the number of cards is not going to be changed, right? Okay, sir, which thing will be changed is just the only order by default will be changed. Remember this a bit carefully about that. Okay, just only order will be changed. The same thing is happening here. Okay. Sir, for 2D arrays, what will happen? For 2D arrays, what will happen? For 3D arrays, what will happen? Remember this a bit carefully. For 2D array, 3D array, 4D array, what will happen? Okay, like it is a very important, sir. Okay, for 2D arrays. For 2D arrays. Okay, so one point we missed. Here I highlighted that point anyway. How many people remembered? Help of np dot random dot sir, what is the function name? Shuffle. Yeah, this point is the very important, right? Yes, can you please observe these words must be, you require to consider these words, right? Okay, sir, it is the very important for you people, right? Here just observe carefully. What is this word? This function only shuffles the array along the first axis of the multi-dimensional array. First axis means axis 0, correct, right? Along the first axis, axis 0 itself is the first axis, only first axis. Next, moreover, here observe that the order of sub-arrays is changed, but their content remains the same. Means only order of rows will be changed. Assume that if it is the 2D array, order of rows will be changed, but the internal content is not going to be changed. Sir, what is the meaning of that? That part I will take care. Here, see this one. Let me take one small array, np dot arrange of. Here I'm trying to take here just my requirement is okay. Let me take a range, or otherwise rand int of 1 to 101, 1 to 1 to 101. Okay, 101 comma, sir, size is equal to sir 6 comma 5. Can you please confirm, is it valid way of creating 2D array? Yeah. Is it valid way of creating 2D array? Yes, why not? Why not? Array from 1 to 100 with 1 to 100 in this range with random int values. Can you please create a 6 by 5, or otherwise, yeah, 6 by 5. Okay, like I'm taking, sir. Now here just let me go for this one. I'm creating an array. 1 minute. A attribute error. A is equal to rand int is equal to 1 comma module has no attribute. Yeah, what is the problem with this? Can you please confirm? What is the problem with this? Random dot rand int. Now A is the clear. So this is the 2D array. This is the 2D array, right? Now order of elements will be changed. Order of rows will be changed. If I use a shuffling, sir, np dot random dot sir shuffle, np dot random dot shuffle of A. Okay, perfect. Inline modification is happening. Inline modification is happening. Okay, like A. If I consider, now observe this one, sir, 0th row, where it is placed in the input. Actually, this is the 0th row. 0th row placed as last row. Correct? Are you seeing right? Hare 0th row became last row. Next, second row or 1th index row became 0th. Next, 42 2 index row will become last but one. Okay. Next, 65. Sir, this is the third index. Will become 1th index. But only order changed, but the internal elements are not changed. Have you observed? 20, 87, 85, 18, 64. 20, 87, 85, 18, 64. Sir, the shuffle behavior, okay, for 2D array is like this. Any doubt? So now I hope you can understand this one, right? This function only shuffles the array along the first axis of a multidimensional array. The order of sub-arrays is changed, but their contents remains, sir, the contents remains the same. This is one small point you people should aware. So in 2D array, only rows will be shuffled, but not it's a internal elements. Sir, first access column 1 changed. Can you please cross check? First access column 1 changed. Where is that? Vidya, what I didn't get? What your doubt? Vidya. First access column 1 changed. No, right? Just only rows. Only rows. Column 1 elements. Column 1 elements. Column 1 elements means once rows are going to be changed. Rows are going to be changed. The row number is changed. Suppose here 20 is there. Assume that 20 is there. What is the row number? What is the column number for 20? Please respond. What is the row number and column number for 20? 0, 1. Okay. Sorry, 0, 0. 0, 0. 1 minute. Let me take this one. Yeah. Sir, for 20 here, 0, 0 is the, yeah. Row is 0, column is the 0. But in this, sir, here, now here it is there. What is the row number and what is the column number? Can you please confirm? What is the row number and what is the column number? Row number is a 5, column number is a 0. Column value is always the same or not? But only row number got changed. Yes, Vidya, are you getting the point? Okay. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's what. So in the case of, okay, multi-dimensional array, shuffles array along the first axis of multi-dimensional array. First axis means axis 0. If it is the 2D array, axis 0 means with respect to the rows. The order of sub-arrays is changed, but their contents remains the same. Clear? Are you people in the position to understand? Okay, that's all. So there ends the cinema of, okay, there ends what is the random library. Especially to understand this library, majority of the people are feeling a bit difficult, but nothing is there. But only some hidden words are there: mean, standard deviation, uniform distribution, normal distribution. These are things we didn't talk. Okay, but anyway, next level we will talk about that. Yes. Next up, Walid Mirja. So he's asking what about 3D, sir? How the shuffling is going to be happen in the case of 3D? In the case of 3D, shuffling is always based on first axis. First axis. Axis is the 0. First axis only. Axis is the 0. 0, sir. Sir, in the 3D array, axis 0 means what? Can you please tell? Suppose here 2, 3, 4 is there. Sir, axis 0 size is the 2. Axis 0 size is the 2, axis 1 size is the 3, axis 2 size is the 4. What is the meaning of 2, 3, 4? Anyone, can you please tell? What is the meaning? Meaning of 2, 3, 4 shape is there. Array 3D array is there. Sir, shape is 2, 3, 4. Or otherwise 4, 3, 4 is there. Perfect. 4, 3, 4 is there, sir. Can you please tell what is the meaning of this one? Sir, 4 two-dimensional arrays are there. 4 two-dimensional arrays are there. Okay, how many two-dimensional arrays are there? 4 two-dimensional arrays are there. Okay, this 4 is axis 0. Axis 0 always talks about number of 2D arrays. Next, here this is axis 0. Okay, like next, in every two-dimensional array, how many rows are there? 3 rows. 3 rows are there in every 2D. In every 2D. Now, in every two-dimensional array, 3 rows are there. This is called axis 1. Don't get confused, right? Sir, in the case of 2D array, in the case of 2D array, okay, like if I consider 3, 5. So axis 0 means number of rows. Axis 1 means the number of columns. Remember carefully about this one. Axis 0 means number of rows. Number of rows. Number of rows. Axis 1 means number of columns. Number of columns. Remember this a bit carefully. Number of rows and number of columns. Okay, like, but in 3D array, okay, axis 0 means not number of rows. Okay, the axis 0 means sir, four two-dimensional arrays are there. 3 rows are there in every 2D array. Now, sir, axis 1 will become rows and 4 columns in every 2D array. In every 2D array. Okay, now this part is by default considered as axis 2. Walid Mirja, you have to understand. I hope, are you getting the point right, all the people? So don't feel axis 0 is always number of rows. Array, axis 0 talks about rows only in the 2D array, but not in the 3D array. Okay, that's what. Next, vertical, horizontal. Okay, like we covered. Vertical axis 0 is by default considered as, okay, vertical axis 1 is by default considered as horizontal with respect to the 2D arrays. So instead of vertical, horizontal, vertical means with respect to axis 0. Horizontal means with respect to axis 1. Yeah, clear, right? So can I go to this shuffling example? Yes. What will happen in this case is, what will happen in this case is, now here, this function only shuffles the array along the first axis of multi-dimensional array. Sir, axis 0, the order of sub-arrays is changed, but their content remaining same. Okay, now, how many 2D arrays are there? How many 2D arrays are there? 4 2D arrays are there. 4 2D arrays are there. The order of 2D arrays, will be changed, but not its internal content. That's what is the meaning of that. Okay, the order of 2D arrays, okay, will be changed, but not its internal content. Okay, like, sir, now take very special care about this terminology, right? Okay, sir, shape 434. Okay, like, now observe. Now have a look once. A is equal to np dot a range of 434. What about its value? 434. Total how many values are required? 4 into 3, 12. 12 into 4, 48. 48. Okay, 48 values are required. Dot reshape of 4 comma 3 comma 4. 4 comma 3 comma 4. Yeah, perfect. Now observe that. Yes, sir, this is the first 2D array. This is the second 2D array. This is the third 2D array. This is the fourth 2D array. Remember, now here, so here just observe carefully. Okay, very simple for easy understanding sake. How many rows are there? How many columns are there? 3 rows and 4 columns. Okay, 3 rows and 4 columns are there. Okay, now 3 rows and 4 columns are there. Now observe. Now have a look once. 3 rows are there, 4 columns are there. Okay, like this is my array. Okay, this is the 2D array, right? Like this, how many 2D arrays are there? How many 2D arrays are there? Okay, like how many 2D arrays are there? Here just observe carefully, right? Okay, now here let me take this part. Now my diagram looks like, okay, now my diagram looks like, okay, something like this style. Okay, now here just take a bit special care about this terminology. Yeah, this is, yeah, perfect. This is the 3D array, sir. This is the 3D array. Now the index, sir, do you know axis 0 means the order of 2D arrays. Okay, this is 0 index. This is 1 index. This is the 2 index. This is the 3 index. Remember this one. So axis 0 means 4 means 0 to 3. What is the meaning of that axis 0? Size is the 4 mean 4 2D arrays are there. Okay, that's what you should aware. I hope, are you in the position to understand what is the meaning of 4 3 4? Okay, like 4 3 4, like this is the meaning. Now my question is, so if I perform shuffling, now these elements, these 2D array order will be changed, but not its internal content. Okay, that's what you people should be aware. Now have a look once. Now have a look once. If I consider this, now what is the order? Array first which 2D array is there? First which 2D array is there? 0 and so on. Next 12 to, next 24 to, next 36 to. Perfect. Okay, let me perform shuffling. Np dot random dot shuffle of a. I'm trying to take. If I can take shuffle of a, yes, inline modification, right? A. Now observe, sir. Here, if I can take like this, sir, is the elements order changed or arrays order changed? Can you please observe? Elements order not changed. 12, 13, 14, 15 elements, internal elements are same, but arrays only. Array earlier, this was my first 2D. Now it will become third 2D. Next, after this is the second 2D, but now it became first 2D. Okay, like now, I hope you people are in the position to understand what is the meaning of this one. Clear, right? So shuffling is always going to be happen with respect to axis 0. This function only shuffles the array along the first axis of multidimensional. The order of sub arrays is changed, but their content is always remains the same. Clear? Yeah. So Walid, I hope any explanation is required about this one. The order of 2D arrays will be changed. So if we apply shuffle for 3D array, then the order of 2D arrays will be changed, but not its internal content. Okay, now here just observe carefully, right? That's all. So by seeing this output, you people can guess what thing is happening, right? Okay, just example, right? Okay, now here inline modification, is it going to be happen or not? Can you please observe that? Sir, modify a sequence in place by shuffling its content. Okay, like this function only shuffles the array, everything is there, don't worry, right? Okay, do you want me to save this diagram? Okay, recommended, because some innocent people are there like me, for them. Mm. Yes, my favorite milk bottle students. Yeah, so clear. That's it. There ends our cinema of there ends our cinema of random library. There are some more functions are there. Don't worry, sir. These commonly used functions better to have. Okay, better to have idea, right? Okay, all these things not required to talk about this. Yes, can you please observe rand int to generate random int values in the given range, rand to generate uniform distribution of float values in this. Okay, to generate uniform distribution of float values in the given range, normal distribution values with the mean 0 and the standard deviation is 1. What is that? Standard deviation is 1 with the specified mean and the standard deviation. Okay, like sir, float with the standard deviation. It's not a variance with the standard mean and the standard deviation. But anyway, we didn't talk about What is the meaning of standard deviation? Don't worry, right? That part we will discuss. Standard deviation. That's it. So this is about the library, random library, what we have. If you feel comfortable up to this, so nothing will be there. Happily, we can go for next level. Can I? Any doubt up to this? Okay. Sir, do you know, here just take a bit special care. So up to this, whatever we covered for the last few videos, for the last few sessions, how to create arrays concept. Can you please confirm how you can create arrays? NumPy array creation. I want to do that. I want to do. What are various options we covered? The first option we covered array. Okay. The second option we covered arrange function. Okay. Third option we covered linspace. Have you remembered, right? Evenly spaced values. Evenly spaced values. Next, zeros. Hey, can you please create an array only with the zeros? Can you please create an array only with ones? Only with ones. Like, can you please create an array with the full bottle? Okay, like full like. Next and after that, identity matrix. Okay, next, sir, here identity. Yes, identity square matrix. Okay, like identity square matrix. Next, can you please create empty an array with the junk values, empty. So just like a template, in the future I want to store the data, no problem, right? Next, and after that, random library functions also we covered here. Just rand int function, uniform function. Next, rand n function. Next, and after that, uniform rand n function. Next, normal, and then shuffle. Yeah, beautiful. Was just to create arrays. These are various options what we have. Please observe carefully, right? Up to this, any doubt? Okay. Now the next concept what we have to talk is array attributes. Array attributes. Here just observe carefully about this one, sir. Array attributes, right? So do you know we use it already? If you want to get information about my ND array, there are multiple attributes are there, sir. The first attribute is, sir, I want to know dimension of the array. Is it 2D array or 3D array? Like a dot n dim. Have you remembered, right? We used already returns the dimension of the array. Dimension of the array like. Sir, second one, shape. Okay, remember shape. A dot shape you can ask. Sir, it is going to return shape of the array. Returns shape of the array. What is the meaning of shape? You know, right? 10 comma. If I can take like this, what will happen? If I can take like 2, 3, 4, what will happen? What is the meaning of these shapes? I hope not required to keep any explanation. It's a tuple size of each dimension we have to specify. Okay, like the third one we have to talk about size, sir. Size means total number of elements. To get a total number of elements. Array, how many elements are there? Okay, like this is the size. Next, so we can use D type. D type means the data type. D type means to get a data type of array elements. To get a data type of array elements. Elements like. Okay. Next, sir, one more property is there, sir. Item size. Okay, item size. Sir, normal size and item size. Suppose here I have one array is there, 10, 20, 30, 40 is there, sir. Okay. Can you please confirm? Can you please confirm, sir, how many, what is the size? What is the size of this array? I respond. What is the size of this array? The size of this array is 4. The size of this array itself is the 4. Like, what is the item size? What is the item size, sir? This is called first item. This is called second item. This is called third item. Okay, item size means each element is going to occupy how much memory, how much memory is required. By default, it is the int value. Int means int 32, int 32. So 32 means 4 bytes, correct, right? 4 bytes, 4 bytes. Each element required how many bytes, right? 4 bytes. So element required how much memory? Element required how much memory? That thing is by default considered as item size. Clear? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay, so this is what you should aware. So let me go for a small, because all the things we discussed are multiple times, not required to keep much explanation about this one. But anyway, yeah, just what I want to talk is just let me go for a small chota example, right? Sir, a is equal to np dot array of, okay, np dot array of 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Okay, like I'm taking, sir. Now a dot endim, a dot endim. Oi, what is the dimension? Yes, one dimension. It is the one dimensional array. A dot shape, a dot shape. Sir, how many elements are there? Four. Okay, like that's why 4 comma. Okay, like next a dot size. Okay, a dot d type. Let me take a dot d type. Data type by default int 32. D type is int 32 like. Next a dot size. How much size? 4 elements are there, that's why 4. A dot item size, a dot item size. So even each item is going to take 4 bytes only. Now also 4. Okay, don't feel sir, these 4 and these 4 both are the same. This 4 is how many number of elements are there. Okay, it is sir size. Next this 4 means each element is going to occupy how many bytes? 10 means into 32, 32 means 32 bits. 32 bits means 4 bytes. Okay, like so Vibor is asking a small question. Vibor is asking a small question. What is his question is, sir, why comma is there here? Ayo. At this stage, you can't ask Vibor. What is the reason for that? What is the reason? Reason for that? The reason is so if I can take okay 4, if I can take, what is the difference between these two things? Don't tell comma is the difference. Okay, what is the difference between these two things? Don't tell comma is the difference. This is called int, this is called int, but this is called a tuple. Okay, tuple. So shape is always a tuple. If element contain only one element, if the tuple contain only one element, then so they have to keep comma to indicate that it is the tuple. Comma means pass not only this value, some more values are there. A group of values is nothing but tuple. But here just I'm not keeping anything, right? A single value, it is by default int type. It's not tuple. Who asked this one? Vibor. Are you getting the point? Okay, in our normal fundamental Python sessions there, yes, we covered already. Ignore, don't worry. Okay, so that's all. This is about what is the how you can find what are various properties are there. Let me take one more example. Let me take one more example so that you may get much clarity, right? Here I'm taking a is equal to np dot array of np dot array of, okay, here 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 comma 50 comma 60 comma 70 comma 80 comma 90. Okay, like I'm trying to take 90 like sir, this is my array, this is the array, comma d type is equal to float. I'm trying to take, yeah, is it valid or not? Is it valid or not, boss? I want float type of array. Valid. A is yes, every element is the float type. A dot ndim. What is the answer? A dot ndim. What is the answer we are going to get now? 2D array. It is a 2D array. A dot shape. What is the answer we will get? 3 by 4. 3 comma 4. 3 comma 3. Sorry, 3 comma 3. 3 comma 3. A dot shape means 3 rows and 3 columns. 3 comma 3. 3 rows and 3 columns. Okay, like a dot size, a dot size. Total, how many elements are there, sir? 9 elements are there. A dot d type, sir, float 64. A dot item size, if I can consider. A dot item size, can you please tell what is the size? 8 bytes. 64 bits means 8 bytes. What is the output by default? You are going to get 8 bytes. Are you feeling comfortable? What is the difference between normal size, item size? What is the difference between shape and the size? Okay, like size means the total, how many number of elements. Shape means in each dimension, what is the size? How many rows are there? How many columns are there? Like, sir, this is clear, right? So I don't think any new point you got from this discussion. Are you getting any new point from this discussion? Nothing. So only item size maybe we didn't discuss, but except item size, the remaining things already we used multiple times, multiple times. So that's why I don't think it is a bigger difficulty, because everything is covered. Next down, there is one small concept is there before moving further. NumPy data types. NumPy data types. This concept also must be required for you people, right? NumPy data types. So do you know in NumPy, okay, in NumPy data types, ND array is the data structure, of course. Sir, only ND array, but inside any array, which type of elements we are going to place? Int values, float values, string values, like these things are called data types. So in Python, can you please confirm which data types are there? Which data types are there? Int is there, float is there, next complex is there, complex is there, bool is there, str is there, etc. Have you remembered? In Python, we have these types, but NumPy is not developed. But NumPy is not developed. Okay, only in Python. It is developed in C language also. That's why everywhere you can see the smell of C in the NumPy. That's why. So, but in NumPy, multiple data types are there. Okay, there are some extra data types also. Extra data types also, sir. Okay, like sir, which data types are there? Okay, now I means integer, sir. I type is there, integer. In the integer only, we have into 8 is there, into 16 is there, into 16 is there, into 32 is there, into 64 is also there. Somewhere we saw all these possibilities, right? Yeah. Please confirm. Somewhere we saw all these possibilities, right? In the last, yes, in the last part somewhere. Okay, integer, int 8, 16, 32, 64 is there, sir. Sir, B means Boolean is there. Next, even in the case of C language, you may aware signed integer, unsigned integer is there. Signed integers, unsigned integers are there. Unsigned integer means plus, minus, such type of thing won't be there. Okay, even in NumPy we have unsigned integer also. Unsigned integer, unsigned integer. U int 8, U int 16, U int 32, U int 64. Okay, like yeah. Regarding unsigned integer is also there. Sir, the people who are coming from Java background, in Java, we are not having any such type of data type. The people who are coming from Python background, in Python, we are not having any such type of unsigned integer. But the people who are coming from C language, I hope you people should aware, there is a normal integer, unsigned integer is also there. Okay, like next, sir, F. F means, sir, float. F means float. For the float also, float 16, float 16, float 32, float 32, float 64 is there. Okay, like sir, by default, int means what? If I use a normal int means int 32. By default, int means int 32. But by default, float means float 64. Remember this one, default, by default float is float 64. In the last examples, whenever we are using the word float type, sir, by default it is considered float 64. Whenever it is the int, by default it is the int, then the value is int 32. That's what you should aware. Okay, F, float. Similarly, C is there, sir. What is that C? Complex type. Complex type. For complex also, okay, complex 64, comma, complex 64, comma, complex 128. Both the things are there, sir. 64 is there, 64 complex 64 bit is there, complex 128 bit is there. Okay, like next, yes is string, sir. String. Yes is the string. U means Unicode string. Unicode string. Unicode string means worldwide any alphabet symbol is allowed in this Unicode string. Okay, like M is there, date time, okay, etc. Yeah, how beautiful. Okay, so there are some extra data types also there in NumPy. Don't feel we require to use only Python data types. No. Any doubt about this one? Yeah. Okay, now the next thing, what the default uint are complex, I'm not sure, maybe complex 128, maybe uint 32 bits only, maybe default. Okay, now my question is, yeah, take very special care. Unsigned int means there all the bits are reserved to represent value only, plus minus such type of things are not there. Vidya, getting right? So normal int values, one bit is reserved for sign. One bit is reserved for sign. Okay, like yeah, Sonam, it is always going to perform inline modification. Remember that inline modification in the existing only. There is no question of creating new array. Yeah, someone is asking about that. Yeah, so now observe carefully here, Unicode string capital U, small u means unsigned integer. Okay, like so now just take very special care, sir. So just a basic idea sake, let me talk. Int 8 is there, sir. Can you please explain what is the meaning of this one? Some people may ask, just to get basic idea sake. Okay, matter of 1 minute. So the value will be represented. The value will be represented by 8 bits. Remember this one. The value will be represented by 8 bits. So total how many bits are there? Can you please confirm? Total how many bits are there, sir? 8 bits. The value will be represented by using 8 bits, right? Okay. Assume that it is 8 bits are there. Just the basic idea sake, don't worry much. Okay, 8 bits are there. Okay, like just observe carefully, 8 bits are there, sir. Perfect. Now, so is it signed or unsigned? Can you please confirm? Is it signed or unsigned? Signed or unsigned? Unsigned. Sir, this one is the signed. Unsigned means you will be there. Have you observed? UINT. UINT. Okay, by default, int is the signed only. Signed only, right? So if it is the signed, if it is the signed, here one bit reserved for the sign. Remember, just to represent is it a positive number or negative number, just to represent is it a positive or negative, is it positive or negative, just for that. Okay, this one bit is already reserved, right? Now the remaining bits will represent value. Okay, the remaining bits will represent value, right? Sir, how many remaining bits are there? How many remaining bits are there? Yes, 7. So this is called most significant bit. Remember carefully, most significant bit acts as a sign bit. 0 means a positive number, 1 means a negative number. Just the basic idea sake I'm telling, sir. 1 means a negative number, because positive and negative, there is a meaning is there, because it's a signed number. Next, the remaining bits are 7. So by using 7 bits, what is the max value you can represent in the memory? 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. That's all. Max. So 7 ones. If I can take 7 ones, its value is sir 127. Remember this one. If you want, you can count 7 ones. Can you please convert into the decimal? Can you please convert into the decimal? 1 into 2 power 0, 1 into 2 power 1. Okay, 2 square, 2 square, 2 power 3, 2 power 4. Okay, 2 power 5, and then 2 power 6. Do you know binary number to decimal conversion? You may aware. 1 into 2 power 6 means, what about its value, sir? 1 into 2 power 6. 2 power 6 means 64. Okay, plus 2 power 5 means 32, plus 2 power 4 means 2 power 4 means 16, plus 8. 2 power 3 means 8. 2 square means 4. 2 power 1 means 2. 2 power 0 means 1. Okay, what about its value, sir? Now can you please consider one? Can you please count this one? What is the value? What is the value? Yes, 127. If you want, you can consider. Okay, 127 only. So the max value what you can store for int 8 bits is nothing but 127. The minimum value what you can store minus 128. Okay, the value will be represented by 8 bits. The max value, the max or the range is minus 128 to plus 127. 127 only. Okay, like then immediately you people may ask, sir, how would the minus 128? Okay, don't worry, sir. Negative numbers will be represented in 2's complement form in the memory. All that nonsense at this stage you are not required. Just try to get the basic idea what the meaning of int 8. So total value will be represented how many bits, right? How many bits, right? Yes, 8 bits. In that 1 bit already reserved for sign. 1 bit is already 1 bit. 1 bit. Most significant bit. Most significant bit is reserved for sign. That's it. Okay. Now, sir, let me go for int 16. Sir, int 16. Just to get basic idea. So the value will be represented by how many bits? Can you please confirm the value will be represented by using how many bits? 16 bits. 16 bits. MSB, most significant bit is reserved for sign. Okay, most significant bit is reserved for sign. Next, the range is, sir, what about the range? By using 16 bits, what value, what max value we can represent? What is the min value you can represent? Just aware minus 32,768 to 32,767. Regarding this is the max value, min value, what you people can represent, sir. This is the minimum value. This is the max value you are going to represent. Okay, if you want, you can. Okay, like yes, clear, right? Yes, friends. Int 16. What is the meaning? What is the meaning of this one? Okay, like if I can take int 32, this is the default. This is the default, right? Do you know, sir? The value will be represented by using 32 bits. By using 32 bits. So the range is, yeah, it's a beautiful 32 bits value. 1 bit is already gone. 31 bits. By using 31 bits, what the minimum value? What the maximum value, right? Minus 21. 47, 48, 30, 36, 48, 30, 36, 36, 48 to 21, 47, 48, 36, 47. This is the range, sir, what you people should be aware. Do you know, in Java, the people who just went for certification, yes, all these internal memory representations, how it is going to be happen, and negative, how it is the row, all the things we require to explain. But anyway, just for basic idea, you should be aware, because we are not required to worry much about these things at this stage. Okay, because in Java sessions I have to explain all these things in certification level. Okay, int 64, if I can take, just everything is the same, son. Here 64 bits are there. 64 bits are there. Okay, 1 bit. Here I have observed 32 bits, what is the max, what the value we are going to represent, what is the value we are going to represent, sir? Have you observed, right? 21, 47, 48, 36, 47, 48 to 21, 47, 48, 36, 47. Sir, usually this is the commonly used range, right? Respond. Is it commonly used range, right? Okay, generally beyond that very rare we are going to take, beyond this number very rare we are going to take. That's why the default data type is int 32. Remember that. Why the default is int 32? Because most commonly used range of values is going to be covered by here only. That's why it is going to be considered as 32 bits. That is the reason. Wow. Can you please tell what about in 64? Don't worry, sir. Don't try to remember these values also. Okay, not recommended. Okay. Not recommended. Here 92, 92, 233. Okay. 720, 720, 36, 854, 36, 854. Okay, like 36854 77775808. Wow, too much. Okay, this is from this value, sorry, from this value to, okay, this value 807. Okay, like, yeah, if you want this range of values, then happily we can go for, happily you can go for int 64. Please take a bit special care. Getting the point? Minus 9 double 2 double 3 7 0 3 6 8 5 4 double 7 5 8 0 8 2. Okay. Is so on. So okay, like you have to take care. So now what is the meaning of these data types? Are you feeling comfortable? Okay. Are you feeling comfortable, sir? What it means 8, 16, 32, 64? You are telling what is the meaning of that? Okay. Like based on allocated memory, the range of values are going to be changed. Okay, why by default int 32? Because that one is going to cover most commonly used range. Yeah, clear, I hope. Okay, now the next cinema, what we have to take care, very important part, sir. Okay, sir, here by default int float 32, sorry, int 32, by default float is float 64. Okay, like now so why we should go for int 8, int 32, these many things, sir? Because if you know this, yes, we can save, we can use the memory effectively. Okay, for efficient use, for efficient use of the memory, for efficient use of memory, you should aware. Okay, sir, there is one small thing I will tell for you so that you may get much clarity, sir. Sir, I have an array is there, sir. Np dot array of np dot array of 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40. Okay, like I have, sir, this type of array we created, oh, huge number of times. Correct time? This type of array we created multiple times. We did this one, sir. But if you create this way, definitely memory is going to be wasted. Array, how the memory is going to waste, sir? Because you didn't specify d type. Then what is the default type? Can you please tell what is the default type? The default type is int 32. Int 32. So for every number 32 bits are reserved. For every number 32 bits are reserved. But actually 10, 20, 30, 40 is the range in the int 8 only. Okay, minus 128 to 127, 8 bits are enough. 8 bits are enough, but you are wasting the memory. So now where is the proof for that, sir? 1 minute. Here, just what I want to take here. Yes, the code already you people aware. Sir, A is equal to 1 minute. Let me take, this is my A. A is this one. A is ready, sir. Now import sysam taken. Import sysam taken. Sir, sys dot get size of A, sir. Sys dot get size of A. How many bytes? How many total how many bytes it's going to take? 120 bytes. Of course, some meta information also will be stored. Don't worry, to store this object 120 bytes are reserved sir internally. So just for elements only, sir, here 4 bytes 4 bytes 16 plus to store some meta information like 120 bytes. Okay, now let me take same array only, but now d type is equal to, sir, int 8 I took, sir. Have you observed? Int 8 I took. Int 8. Okay, I took this one, sir. 1 minute. 1 minute. Int 8. Okay, int it can recognize because it is Python standard. Int 8 I took. Okay, now observe. Now observe this one, sir. Sir, for this, now let me take a C star get size of A. How many bits? How many bits? 120. 120. How many bytes? 108 only. 108 only. So have you observed, right? The person who knows this reference, then his way of writing the code is going to be changed. Are you feeling comfortable? For efficient memory usage, for efficient memory usage, compulsory you should have some basic idea about these types. Okay, well, next, how to check d type data type of array. Data type of an array. Data type of array means data type of elements of array. Data type of elements of array. Elements of an array. Just because we are talking data types, right? What I have to take some d type. So array dot d type attribute we require to use. We require to use d type attribute. How to use d type attribute? You know, sir, here array object dot d type. Array object dot d type. Oh, we use it multiple times. Any explanation is required? Any explanation is required about this one? Respond how to use a d type variable. Do you want me explain about that? Okay, here a is already there. A dot d type. Let me take int 30 int 8 int 8 8 int 8 bits only. Okay, like now how to create? Okay, how to create? Okay, like this is my array. 1 minute. Yeah, how to create array. Okay, with the required data type. How you can create an array with the required data type? Have you remembered, right? I hope you people may remember how you can create an array. Yes, we covered, right? We have to use d type argument. D type argument we require to use, sir. Where is the example, right? A is equal to np dot array of, okay, 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 I'm trying to take. 10 comma 20 comma 30 comma 40 I'm trying to take, comma, okay, like comma. Now d type is equal to, yeah, you can specify into 8 into 16 into 32 into 8 into 16 into 32, something like you can specify, or float. You can specify here float type, or float 64, float 32, something like you can specify. Any explanation is required? Any explanation is required? Okay, now sometimes what will happen is, you are specifying this one. If the elements are unable to convert into the required type, then we will get error. Please take a bit special care. Okay, because all these numbers can be converted to int 8, can be converted to int 16, can be converted to float 32. Okay, let me copy paste. Have you observed? We are not seeing any error. Means all the things are acceptable. We are not seeing any error. Okay, now I'm taking a is equal to np dot array of a. Here just observe that a comma a comma 10 comma 10.5. Okay, like I'm trying to take, comma d type is equal to int I'm taking, sir. Yeah, respond, is it valid or not? Array 10 will be converted to int. 10.5 also will be converted to int. No problem, because that 0.5 will be gone. But a, can you please convert a into int type? Sorry, not possible, right? Immediately error we are going to get. Okay, if the array element unable to convert into our specified type, then we will get error. Observe carefully. Yes, value error, invalid literal for int with the base 10. Internally, typecasting function is going to work to convert the values into int type, but string a unable to convert into int value, then immediately we are getting error. Yeah, we can convert to string. Yes, any element can be converted to string, right? No problem. So all these things will become valid arguments to str type. No problem. It itself is acceptable. Okay. So here observe what is the data types. Next, how to check data type of elements of the type d type variable. How to create array with the required type is clear. Now my question is how to convert the type of existing array. Okay, how to convert the type of existing array. How you can convert the type of existing array like yes, what is the way how you can convert the type of existing array? Yes, have you remembered? I have array is already there. Hey, can you please convert that array to float type? Can you please convert that array to str type? Okay, like yeah, what is the what ways are we have to use? We have to use as a type of function, okay, or as a type of method. Somewhere we had this type of discussion. Please respond. We use it right as a type. Okay. Just let me go for a small example for this. A is equal to np dot array of 10, 20, 30, 40. Okay, perfect. Now, yes, sir. Okay, like, sir, now my requirement is I want to convert this array to float type. B is equal to a dot as a type of. So can you please convert this a into what type? Can you please convert this array into what type? What types are okay? Float type I want. Okay, can you please convert into the float type? Float 64, something like you can specify. No problem. Float type or float 64. By default it is the float 64 only, right? Yes sir. Now B, if I consider, yes sir. Now observe carefully. A dot D type. What is the type of A? Please respond. What is the type of A? What is the type of A? Type of A is int 32. What is the type of A? Int 32. Int 32. What is the type of B? B D type. What is the type of B, sir? Int float 64. Because these values are float, right? B elements are already converted to float type. Okay, like this is the way how you can convert the type of existing array to new type. Any doubt? Respond. Clear for you people, right? Okay, now the next cinema. Okay, how to, there is one more way is also there, sir. Second way is there. This is the first way. As type we require to use, sir. First way, as a type we require to use. Okay, like second way is also there. So you want to convert to which type? Can you please respond? A is already there. You want to convert to which type? Float type, right? Float 64 type. If you want to convert to float 64, then you know what we have to take is float 64 function is there. Remember this one. NumPy library contain float 64 function is there. Okay, like so for every type corresponding function is there. Something like have you remembered in Python we have int function, float function, str function, bool function. Have you remembered? Bool function we have in Python, right? Same float 64, float 32, next int 8 functions are there. By using that function also we can convert, sir. Sir, where is the proof for that? Now I have this is the a dot d type is into 32, sir. Now I want to convert this a. I want to convert this a into the float 65, into the float 60 65. I want to do that. What I have to take care is here very simple, sir. C is equal to np dot or f is equal to np dot float 64 of a. np dot float 64 of a. Float 64 of a. Now observe f. Now f dot d type, sir. If you want, you can cross check what is the output by default you are going to get. Feeling comfortable, right? By using corresponding data type function also, we can convert the type of array. Okay, like so these are the things what you people should aware. Please make sure, sir. The corresponding functions are available. Suppose a is there, I want to convert it to the bool function. A is there, sir. These are the int values. B, 1 minute. A is equal to np dot array of 10 comma 0 comma 20 comma 0 comma 30 is there, sir. Okay, this is a dot d type is equal to int 32 is there. Perfect. Don't keep any doubt at all with respect to this one. Now my question is, what is the next what I want to take here is I want to convert into the bool type. Okay, observe carefully, right? I want to convert into the bool type. What I have to take is, so x is equal to np dot bool of a. Okay, in the numpy library, bool function I don't think. Okay, now observe, am I getting error or not? Okay, am I getting error or not? Yeah, sir. Here here see this one, what it is telling, np dot bool is a deprecated alias for the built-in bool. Array normal Python bool, for the normal Python bool, it is a deprecated, right? Okay, to silence this warning, use bool by itself. Doing this will not modify any behavior and it is safe. If you specially wanted the numpy scalar to use, better to use this function. Clearly it is telling. Have you observed, right? Have you observed? Maybe performance wise deprecated, performance wise not good, because internally it is calling Python bool function. Performance wise may not good. That's why, so better to use this updated function. Okay, this updated function. Okay, like what I have to take, x is equal to np dot bool underscore of a. I'm trying to take. Yeah, please confirm, is it valid or not? Is it valid or not? A, if you consider a 10 0 20 0 30 is there, can you please convert this one into the boolean type? So int value, is it possible to convert into the boolean? Please confirm. Int value, is it possible to convert into the boolean? Yes, possible. In the normal Python we saw, right? 0 means false, non-zero means true, sir. 0 means false, non-zero means true. What you people should aware. Okay, like now where is the proof for that? Now observe carefully. If I print x value, now first time 10 means 10 means true is there. Second time 0 means false is there. Third one 20 means true, 0 means false, and 30 means true is there. Are you feeling difficulty to understand this terminology? Any doubt? That's all. So what are various data types are there in NumPy? Next, how to create how to check a data type of array, how to convert data type of existing array. Next, how you can, okay, that's all. How to convert type of existing array. Next, how to create array with a specified type. All the things are very clear for you people. That's all. This is just a small information about data types. So everyone in the position to understand. Clear, right?